Brian and Bummer! How about that?
Welcome to the Brentford Player of the Year Awards. Now please welcome our hosts this evening, Stu Wakeford and Natalie Sawyer.
Hi.
Mate, how are you? You alright?
Good evening, hello and welcome to our 2023-24 Player of the Year show, coming to you live from the Legends Lounge here at our home, the G-Tech Community Stadium. Absolutely.
There we go.
Now, it is great to have some fans with us
Go on, the
tonight.
fans.
A warm welcome.
There could be a lot of that tonight. I think
It'll be
there could
rowdy,
Yeah.
and it's going to get
Add
progressively...
an extra 10 onto the runtime.
Yeah, absolutely. A warm welcome to you and to everyone watching wherever you are.
Tonight is a night to celebrate all our teams. It's been a bit of a weird season, hasn't it, Nat?
You could say that.
But still plenty to make us smile, including a fourth season in the Premier League to look forward to.
The women's B team won the league, and the women's first team were cup winners too.
There we go. The men's first team have had some impressive milestones. Ivan became the first Brentford player to score for England. Brian hit 50 Brentford goals, and Thomas, only the third person to reach 250 games as head coach.
Also, we had Vita and Johan hit 100 Premier League appearances in a Bees shirt.
Plus, let's not forget winning at the Bridge again, standards, and topping the West London Midi League.
A small win,
But we'll
but a
take
win is a win. Tonight, we have 9 awards, culminating in the big
Hang
one.
on, Nat, so this is...
What?
Sorry, everyone. This is a bit. Apparently, there's been a bit of a problem. Awkward early days. One of the boys isn't very happy.
Who?
Well, he's not been nominated for Goal of the Season shortlist. Apparently.
Joking.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
There he is.
Zanka, we apologise. It's an oversight, but it might not be part of our official goal of the season. But how about tonight we name it this very night's goal of the season?
Yeah?
Yeah? Goal of the night.
Right.
Goal
I'll
of
tell
the
you
night.
what. Zanka as well. We'll play it for you right now. Is that all right with everyone? Come on then. Let's see Zanka's goal. Here it. Oh.
Yay!
Yay! We've got to see the replay as well. This is where it shows it off.
Oh, silky!
Hey!
I think we'd call that silky skills.
Exactly that.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
Nice.
Right, as Nat was saying, tonight we've got 9 awards culminating in the big one, the Supporters Player of the Year.
We are going to be chatting to players and the head coach, Thomas Frank, throughout the show. Hear from all the award winners and...
On the Brentford Twitter account, or X, if you're calling it that these days, we put a question for Thomas and the skipper, Christian Norgard. If you guys want to tweet us, get them into us.
Yeah, just simply reply on the tweet, and then we'll make sure to select the best ones to ask a little later.
So, the season is drawing to a close, but let's take you all back to where it began on the 13th of August.
Thomas Frank leading Brentford for a 6th successive season, having overseen the club's best post-war finish in each of the last 4. Great switch of play from Rico Henry, helped on towards Jens, who goes down. And there's the award of the penalty from the referee. Well, it's Mbomo that's on the score sheet. Henry, Wissam, the deflection, spins it in. Brentford have turned this around. These two share 4 goals here, just as they did last season.
Well, the ball is so short. Visa's there. Can he finish it? Takes on the whole of the defence, and he takes his time. Across the face of goal, victory complete. And Bumo at the double. Norgard switches play to find Sharda, who's one-on-one with Ward. Into the penalty area. Ward's away for him to score his first goal for Brentford. Into movement towards the back post, but Jensen tries to catch out Neto. Check of the watch by Bobby Madley, and he's going to give the goal.
Try to win it all, you lose.
And Bumo bearing down on goal. Brian and Bumo! Brian and Bumo looks to have saved the point for Thomas Frank's team.
If you've paid the price, then why should I
Mbappe up with him, who lays it off to Mbeumo! Delightful goal! Godos is going to take it on! How about that? A magnificent way for Brentford to wrap up victory here this afternoon.
The new West London derby. No sides ever won their first 3 Premier League games at Stamford Bridge. The Brentford have a crack at that accolade here. Burma hooking it in here, and it's 1-0. Is the sucker punch supplied by Ethan Pinnock. Away from the goalkeeper. And Brentford have a chance to almost walk it into the net.
Oh, the header is straight to Onyeka and headed in by Mopé. He's back in the red and white stripes and back on the score sheets. Lovely curl on that. Oh, what a goal! It's Collins. A beautiful header from a magnificent cross.
They've worked this one well, Brentford, and there's the chance. And there is the opening goal. On the spot, Neil Mopé. It goes deflected and in. And here goes Keane Lewis Potter. Lovely run. It's still there for Lewis Potter. Slaloming through. Fine save. Baptiste. Brentford restore the 2-goal lead. Shandon Baptiste off the bench to deliver.
Right. This time, 10 years ago, Brentford were getting promoted from League One. One of these two was a young upstart in Bundesliga 2, and the other was plying his trade in the Isthmian Premier. And now here we all are in the Premier League together. Put your hands together for Mark Flecken and Ethan Pinnock, everyone. Mark, I'm going to start with yourself. First season in the Premier League, first season at Brentford. Have you found it?
Very challenging. Had a bit of a
no swearing.
rough start. Rough start. Finding my way at the club, new people, new team, different way of playing, different league, a better league. So yeah, it hasn't been the easiest seasons I've played, but I think at this moment I found my place at this club. I feel very comfortable in the moment, and I think that's seeable on the pitch.
Well, yeah, I think definitely so, and I think the fans recently as well, you've seen the love that they're giving you. You mentioned it there. How hard is it, though, as a keeper, settling into a new team, new league, new people?
Yeah, you have to bond with your team. You have to bond with the defenders in front of you. It hasn't been the easiest season on that subject because we didn't play a lot of games in a row with the same back 4 or back 3. So that makes life a bit more difficult. So I hope next season is going to be way better than this season on that part. But yeah, we found a way throughout the season. We made it happen. We are staying one more year in the Premier League. So
Exactly that, man.
That's a good way to start, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to look forward to next season. Look, Ethan, we've been blessed with some ball-playing keepers over the years, but seriously, how good's this man's distribution?
Yeah, no, it's very good. I think, you know.
Thank you.
Either foot, you know, sometimes he gives this guys on it as well, and you know, it fools me sometimes as well. But you know, the confidence to be able to do that game in, game out is testament to him.
It's amazing, mate. And look, I'm going to make you return the favour here. Look, we've known how good Ethan is at Brentford. Somehow it seems outside of this Brentford world, maybe he's gone under the radar a bit. Were you aware of how amazing he is before you joined Brentford?
Well, not as much as I am now, but I've seen quite a few games when I knew that the club was interested in signing me. So I looked at some games. At that time, the defense was very stable, very secure, and he was doing a hell of a job. But seeing in real person how this man can defend and jump and head, that is something different. So yeah, that's my return. No, I love having him in front of me. With his long legs, he can go around every striker. Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's lovely having him.
He doesn't want you to stop. You don't want him to stop here, do you? Just keep going. 3 years now in the Premier League, Ethan. Look, does it get easier? Because you're making it look easier every year.
No, I wouldn't say so. You know, I think there's always new challenges. Obviously, new players coming in and, you know, taking time to adjust and, you know, trying to be more in control when we're in games and changing the way we play. So I think there's always new challenges, but, you know, you just got to take it in your stride, and yeah, I'm enjoying every minute of it.
You mentioned those changes and through the years. Do you notice that with its strikers and the style of play as well? Like obviously this year we've seen a few like false nines and things like. I'm not going to go on match of the day, don't worry everyone. But do you know what I mean? Have you seen it in the players that you're going up against as well each year?
Yeah, for sure. You know, teams are always coming up with new things. I think Pep Guardiola's changed a lot of, you know, how a lot of teams want to play and how they try and figure out different alternatives. And, you know, it's our job to adjust to that and to come up with our own ones. And I think we do it well. Like Mark said already, it's been a tough season, but, you know, we've grinded through and, you know, we've ended strongly.
Mate, I saw a stat. I saw a stat. In your 28 games this season, I don't know if you're aware of this, you've conceded just 4 fouls. To put that into perspective, the likes of Van Dijk and Saliba are in their 20s. That, for me, is just absolutely ridiculous. And we don't want to give anything away here, obviously, any secrets. But what do you put that down to? Is it reading of the game, being sneaky, being nice to refs? Long legs. There we go.
It's got to do it when the ref's not looking.
Were the 4 fair, would you say? Can you remember them? Were they fair, the ones?
No, I got fouled first before one, so I was a bit annoyed. Yeah.
Right, well, look, I'm not going to put you through watching all of them, mate, but I think that's worth an award in itself. And speaking of awards, that's the perfect segue into our first of the night. But first, give it up for Ethan Pinnock and Mark Flecken, everyone.
Okay, our first award of the night centres on the under-18s. In just their second season, the side continues to grow and develop, and under the guidance of Lydia Bedford, who took over last summer, the team won the Youth Alliance Merit League 2 title this season. Joining us to talk about the under-18 side, it is the head coach, Lydia Bedford. Hello. Nice to see you. How are you? As I mentioned, it's just your first season here at the club, so how's it been?
Yeah, it's been a season full of ups and downs. For us, this was a new cohort this season. 16 brand new boys walking into the building in August was a little bit of a challenge, them trying to understand how the club wants them to play and fit into a building which had previously had 2 teams operating in it. But it's been a really rewarding season with some great highs along the way, and we managed to win the league towards the end of the season. So, yeah, it's been great.
In terms of a high, then, winning the league obviously must be up there, but is there anything else that would stand out for you?
I think it's been the building on performances week in, week out, and you know, to be able to stand and watch them towards the end of the year and see how far they've come along their journey has been really, really rewarding. We had an opportunity to play against Spurs under-18s in November in the FA Youth Cup, so they're a Cat 1 team, and for 60 minutes before we went down to 10 men, we were pretty competitive. And recently we've played Southampton under-18s, which are another Cat 1 team in friendlies. So really seeing them turn it on in those games and show the progress they've made has been great.
Togetherness, absolutely. Woo! Togetherness is a big theme of this club, and I think you can see that here tonight by the fact that every team is here. How much of a connection is there then with all the teams at Brentford?
Yeah, I mean, I've never worked in a men's Premier League environment before, but from the moment I walked into the door in the summer, I've felt so welcome in every part of what we do. Like the fact that we step out of our boot room and we can watch Thomas and the men training right there, and you can walk along the office and speak to people and interact with them day by day. So yeah, it feels a really unified club, and I think that's a great message for our young boys to see, that actually they can look along a corridor and that's where they're going. But from a staff perspective too, it makes you feel really part of what's going on here.
And you are, of course, looking to produce future footballers, but would you say your role is more than that? Perhaps it's also to prepare these young players for adulthood, really?
Yeah, it's been a massive part, and I think that's where the journey started off a little bit rocky as the boys came in, and we're trying to teach them on a day-to-day basis how to be elite athletes, because for all of them, this is their first time in full-time football, and that's a big transition from being a youth player into kind of that next stage of your career. So the day-to-day behaviours are a massive part of what we're really trying to breed in them, and we've seen a lot of progress in this group this year, which hopefully will take them into their future lives in a really positive way.
Yeah, lots to build on. Lydia, for now, thank you very much. Let's bring in someone that started their career here at Brentford, made it to the Premier League as well as the World Cup. Joining us now to give out this award, Club Ambassador Marcus Gale. Hello, Marcus. Now, Marcus, you know what it's like to come through the ranks here at Brentford. I mean, how important is that kind of grounding that it gives you in your career to come through a club from the junior levels?
It gave me personally and my teammates at the time a lot of the foundations, not just for football, but for life as well. So we was taught a lot of life skills. We may not have liked them at the time, but now in our 50s, we can talk about it fondly.
Never!
And yeah, that's what we talk about. Paul Buckle, Kelly Hogg, Jason Cousins, we meet up regularly and we talk about those times in the youth team. So it's very important, not just for football, but in life.
And now, as a fan, as you are now, how great is it to see young players come through?
It's brilliant. It's very encouraging that the club have gone down that route to get the academy back in place, especially the under-18s. It's such a precious age to develop, and Lydia's doing a great job with her staff. I've been to one of the first wins they had this season. And I remember you asked me to come back every week and said, I can't do that, but it was just great to see them. Yeah, but it was the first game I've seen since I was 18 at the club. Oh. So to witness an under-18s game at my age, that was the first time I saw one since I was in the Brentford youth team.
Took you back to your days
took me
then.
back a long time ago.
Well, Marcus, if you don't mind going to the lectern and letting us know who the winner is of the under-18s Player of the Year.
Right. Are we ready? The winner of the Under-18s Player of the Year is Ollie Shields.
Congratulations. Ollie, congratulations. What does this award mean to you?
Yeah, it means a great deal for me. Coming off a rejection, I think, from a previous club, coming here and winning this award is a big deal for me. So, yeah, as Marcus and Lids have said, great chance to progress through the ranks, through the B team, up to the first team,
Yeah.
And continue.
Lydia, why has Ollie stood out?
Yeah, I think when we spoke as a staff group, Ollie has epitomised work rate and consistency across his under-18s year. He gives you 100% every day, and he's picked up a few opportunities with the B team throughout the season as a result of that, and trained a couple of times with the first team when they needed a body. But for him, he brings it every day, and he's really easy to work with as a result of that.
Yeah, and you've mentioned the B team, and obviously you've said the same as well, Lydia. Is that something you're aiming for next season, to crack that?
Yeah, I think just to push through the pathway here into the first team, as I said, and to keep progressing individually.
But to be able to gain that experience that Lydia's just mentioned, just to be in and amongst the first team, must be really, really important to you.
With the B team and first team, the maturity levels are second to none, I think, and, getting that experience has been great for my progression.
Brilliant. Well, Ollie, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is your Under-18s Player of the Year, Ollie Shield. Thank you also to Lydia and to Marcus as well. Congratulations. Okay, let's move on to our next award of the evening, which surrounds the men's B team. The B team continue to make progress, and this season they have made trips to Spain, France, as well as Portugal to take part in the Mediterranean Cup. Once again, they pitted themselves against sides like Monaco, Nice and Rangers, as well as domestic teams too. And the strength of the B team players' development this season has seen a number of them also go out on loan to gain senior first team experience, with some also included in the first team here for this season's cup competitions. Joining us for his take on the season, give a warm welcome to the B team head coach, Neil McFarlane. Hello, Neil. How are you? it is the standard question I'm going to ask everybody at the start in terms of how do you assess this last season then?
Really proud of the group. I think that it was a brand new group, a very young group from the team that finished the previous season. And to see their growth both individually and collectively through the course of the season is what all of us want, all of the staff. Really, really proud of them in that respect. And over the last 2 or 3 or 4 months, I think some of the performance levels have been really, really high. So hugely satisfying.
Any standout moments for you this time around?
Just that continual growth. You know, it was a really young group that started the season. And probably when we got to around about October, you've seen in the highlight video there the introduction of the wheat sheaf, and the club purchasing that this season has been hugely, hugely important to the development of these young players. And it was round about them then, that we really kicked on in terms of our performance levels. And then obviously the number of tours, which is a huge part of the B team. It's a massive part of the fixture programme that we love and we think that develops these players. And then there was a number of times at Wheat Sheaf where the likes of Ivan and Ben Mee stepped down and played with the players and all these types of things, and the togetherness of the club is phenomenal that way. And this group that obviously that we've worked with through the course of the season, they've been absolutely magnificent. And I think, again, you see the culture again even here tonight. Sadly, like all the seasons, some of the boys will leave us, but it's testament to their character and the culture that we've created that they're all here tonight as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us, you mentioned Wheat Sheaf Park. Why is it so important to have a base like that then?
I think it's important. We've had a couple of thousand in there watching the boys, you know, so they get to experience that tension of making a mistake, say, for instance, part of the development, how they feel when they're behind in a game, all that types of thing. So that's been really, really good. It's an amazing base. The club have done a fantastic job to give us that platform. And we will look forward to many, many more games there. But as I said, we can now start to bring, like we did, the Monacos and the Strasbourgs over here. And it's hugely beneficial.
And just last Friday, of course, the GTEC was buzzing for the Robert Rowan Invitational. This time we took on Bournemouth under-21s. I'm sure a few of you were there as well. How special was it for you to once again celebrate the life of Robert?
Yeah, it's massively important. I said the same thing last year. You know, I wasn't at the club when Rob was here. But the building blocks that he put in place are still what we try to adhere to every day. You know, he was hugely influential in the setup of the process of the B team. And Suzanne and his family are phenomenal in terms of their support. We see them around all the time. I can't thank them enough as well. And to put on such a display, in particular the second half, where I thought we were immense, it was really good for Suzanne, and I think Rob would have been proud.
Yeah, I was going to say, on that game itself, how pleasing was it to win so emphatically, but also to come from behind to do so?
They're good, very similar to a lot of the games last year. The determination in the groups and the mentality which we try to breed in them is really, really high. So no matter what happens in a game, how they deal with it. And we found ourselves behind a lot this season and found our way back into games. And on that particular occasion, it was the same. You know, we found a real mental strength to get that level of performance in the second half. And some of the football was breathtaking at times. And it's a huge credit to the players because they're the ones that are putting in the effort.
Neil, congratulations on another great season. Thank you very much for now. So who is the winners from the B team? There are 2 awards being given out. Please welcome to the stage from Pension B, Laura Dunn-Sims.
The winner of the B Team Player of the Year award is Val Udekin, and the Players Player of the Year award is Ethan Brearley.
Congratulations. Neil, I'm going to have to ask you to be the mic man, if that's all right. Val, I'll come to you first. What does this award mean to you?
Means a lot, obviously. My 3rd year at this club, been there a while, you know, so to pick up this award in my 3rd year, you know, as captain as well, means a lot.
Yeah. In terms of captain, then, as you say, that's a role that you've been given this season. How much have you enjoyed that?
Enjoyed it a lot. I didn't expect to get it when the season started, you know. Obviously, we lost quite a lot of players last season. Lost our captain as well, Gilbs. But Neil trusted me with this responsibility, and as soon as he said it to me, I was more than happy to take on the role. One of the more experienced players in this team, as I said, after 3 years. So I thought it was time to step up, and try and lead the newer boys and the younger boys. Show them how to be professionals.
And you've signed a new deal, sticking at the club for a couple more
Yeah.
seasons. What is it about Brentford that has made you thought, well, I want to stay here and progress a bit further?
Well, it's a family club. Everyone makes you feel at home. You walk into the door and it's handshakes, it's smiles. Everyone's happy to see you, and obviously the progression into places like the first team. I've been on the bench quite a few times this season. I've trained with them quite a lot, so seeing that progression and knowing that I have a chance, obviously it's up to me to push myself to get there, but knowing that I have the chance and the pathway to get there is one of the key reasons why I've signed again.
Knowing there's an open door there,
of course,
is key. Ethan, if we come to you, if you don't mind handing the mic over. Likewise, winning this award, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, I'm delighted, really. First season at the club, I didn't expect it to go this well. Training with the first team quite a lot and being on the bench quite a lot as well has been brilliant, very good.
Yeah, how would you assess your own season then?
Very good, really. B team's been very good. Going to like Monaco and places like that, very good. Living it, really.
I think the key message is very good, is what we're getting. But just quickly, you mentioned the first team experience.
Yeah.
Now. You've obviously been involved in the cup competitions, and you say, like Val has been around that first team. How vital is that to just know that you can be a part of the first team?
Oh, it's brilliant. Just seeing the lads. I've gone from being at a team like Rochdale, watching the Premier League, watching everyone on TV, to being in and around them, knowing them all. It's great, yeah.
Well, congratulations to you both, worthy winners. Val, Neil, Ethan, thank you very much. If you actually go that way. Okay, one more segment to go until we hear more from Stu, and the next award centres on the women's teams, and it's been one of success indeed. It's been one of success for both sides. The B team won promotion, and even though the first team narrowly missed out on going up, they did win the Capital Cup and have another final to look forward to this weekend. To look back, I just might as well keep pausing. To look back over this season, please welcome to the stage the Brentford women's head coach, Carly Osborne. Carly, how are you? Carly, let's talk about this season then. I've mentioned promotion for the B team. Didn't go quite according to plan for the first team. Just missed out. But won the Capital Cup, and there is a potential cup double on the horizon. How would you assess this season?
I think it's been a really good season. I think Shara and Tommy and what they've done with the B team's been fantastic, and the B team winning promotion is a wonderful thing. So that was brilliant. And then for us with the first team, we narrowly missed out on promotion, and of course that was a little bit of a disappointment. But when I think about the way the girls have performed this year overall, they've been fantastic, and we've won one cup, and hopefully we'll have another on Sunday.
Yeah, indeed. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But of course, we had another special day here at the G-Tech just a few months ago. How important is it to have a regular fixture here at the home of Brentford?
Yeah, it's really important. I think for the players, it's important. The way the club are moving forward and what they're doing with the women's game is brilliant. We've just had under 5,000 fans there this year again, and we had a massive crowd last year, which I think was just over 5,000. So it shows that we're doing really good things in the right way, and it exposes the girls to so many different things. And we, ultimately we want to develop them and help them because we want to grow and go up the league. So it's massively important.
And there is such a buzz about the women's game right now. And your association, is 6 years with the women's team?
6 years, yeah.
How much has it changed in your time?
It's changed a lot. Definitely. When I first was here, we used to train one time a week, and obviously playing a Sunday. Now we train 3 times a week. We got S&C coach. The girls are under a real intense program, and we're playing games at the GTEC, which is fantastic.
Should we do that rallying cry then? Cup double on the way. It's going to happen?
Yes.
Now, I know it clashes, doesn't it, with the final game of the first team here at the GTEC, but if people can go, how can they get tickets? Where do they go?
It's at Dorking, and the tickets are online. So, obviously, if we want as many fans there as we can, but we understand that it clashes, unfortunately, with the first team game. But hopefully, we'll bring the trophy back here after and celebrate.
That's what we want to hear. All right, well, let's reveal our latest winners. Carly, for now, thank you. And to present the award for both the women's first team and also B team players of the season, as selected by the coaching team, please welcome Rachel Oku from Pensionbee.
Hi, good evening. Okay, so the women's B team and first team players of the year are Karen Abu Abdallah and Nikki Woods.
Hello, Karen. Karen, I think this is yours. Pretty big. Congratulations to both of you. Karen, well, let's start with you, being the B team player of the season. How does that sound?
Yeah, was not expecting it, to be fair.
Why?
I think we've all had a great season, promotion, that was our main focus this year. We've had loads of ups and downs, but, we got there in the end. And I think as a team, we've been brilliant. Everyone's so close, we get on so well. And I think we need a challenge. So I think being promoted is the best thing for us, and we just go again next year.
Well, I was going to ask you about what it's been like playing with this particular team. I mean, they're rowdy by the sound of it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think we're literally like a family, I think, and we all have our own responsibilities. And being vice captain, I think being a leader, I think I need to, sometimes it's hard to be able to control everyone because we are
I can tell.
But no, I think it's brilliant, and I think, hopefully all of us stay, and we go again. So, yeah.
And you mentioned the challenge for next season. That will be the Greater London Premier Division. Are you ready to make the step up then?
Of course, yeah. I think we've been waiting for this. Last year we narrowly missed out, but I think this year, we've trained hard pre-season. We've had new people that have really made an impact, and I think, beginning of the season we had some poor results, cup games. We've got out of both cups, but I think knowing that promotion was our main focus, we knew that nothing was going to let us down, and that was our job, and we got it done.
Well, congratulations on the promotion, and congratulations on this. Nikki, if we can come to you, winning this award, how does that sum up your season to win this?
Oh, I wasn't expecting it at all. I thought there would be a little heads up, if anything, but thank you. No, it means a great deal. Obviously, our season, it's been mainly positives, a lot to take from it. There was a lot of people that I would have thought would have won above me, but here we are. It means a great deal.
Well, I mean, Carly, let's come to you and ask why then Nikki has been picked as the winner tonight.
Nikki's been brilliant this season. She really has. I think me and Nikki have this conversation all the time, but I think sometimes she doesn't realise how good she is. And I can go through games where she's chased games for us and won games with what she's done and how she's played. I think just one off the top of my head is Southampton. When we played them, she was magnificent in how we got back in that game, and she was the leader of that, so she deserves this award.
That's nice to hear from your head coach, from the gaffer, saying that. So what more can we expect from Nikki next season?
Well, I think obviously we were very close on promotion this season, so I have no doubt in my mind that we will win the league next season rather. So I just hope that I'll be able to contribute in winning. Yeah.
Well, more goals and assists.
Yeah, that would be nice.
No pressure then. Yeah. Well, listen, enjoy this award and enjoy the night. Thank you both, and thank you to Carly as well. Okay, Let's continue our look back at the season with the eagerly anticipated return of this man.
I see no stop signs. I need it. Don't wanna take myself down in a feeling where my head's underwater. I'm breathing slow. My head's underwater.
The moment for which he has waited so long. Mopé trying to turn. Oh, that is majestic as well. What an extraordinary game. Brentford's turn to celebrate on a day that they have regained their sting.
Beckham makes another fine save. He's having a terrific night. Gets through to Mopé, who's in on goal here, and he tucks it away. Neil Mopé, whose season has been transformed since the turn of the year.
Reguilon with the corner, and it finds its way in. Norgard got the all-important touch. Looking over for Neto! Oh, what a save from Fleck. He's been in fine form. Down across looking for Tony! Just like that, Brentford have doubled their lead.
Roslev pounces. Reguilon's cross. Wissa! How about that? A party piece and a half.
Ramsdale. Oh, absolutely extraordinary.
Wonderful combination play between the front two.
Tony! Yet again, the woodwork comes to Manchester United's rescue. McTominay, Casemiro threading it on, it's Mason Mount. And that is smash and grab personified. They have got every right to feel hard done by. Over the top from Godos, brought down by Tony. Getting to the byline, setting it up! The lead lasted barely a minute and a half. Christopher Ayer, and it is richly deserved.
Play back in by Damsgaard, and they got one back. And of all people, Jorgensen. All of a sudden, a spring in their step. Roslev attacking it, and so is Mbeumo. 2-2. Brentford feel this game is with them at the moment. Reguilon, surely Wissa. A turnaround and a half for the Bees.
Shada helps it on Onyeka. First involvement on the pitch and on the score sheet for the first time for Brentford to secure all 3 points. To another promising situation. Wissa, oh, what about that? Brilliant strike to give Brentford the lead. The header is in. Ethan Pinnock back on the score sheets. It is Keane Lewis Potter, and Brentford are having a fine away day. Look to play through Janelt, who is unselfish, and this will be 5. It's Kevin Shada, and make it a memorable day for Brentford.
Oh, Wissa straight into the path of Brian Mbeumo, who crashes it home for his 50th Brentford goal. Brian Mbeumo, Wissa! In the 5th minute of stoppage time. What a phenomenal finish that was.
What a day out that was on the South Coast at the weekend. Right, joining me on the sofa, please put your hands together for Maz Roslev and Saman Godos, everyone. Saman, I'm going to start with yourself. Been a season of a few returns, and of course, you rejoined the club this season. How have you found being back?
It felt really good, and I've said it before, it's like a family club, and it felt like I'm back home again.
I was going to say, how much of the support that you've had from your teammates, the fans as well, how big a part did that play in your decision to join again?
Nothing really, because nobody really knew. So, yeah.
But knowing that you had the love from the fans and the players from the previous season.
Yeah, that meant a lot. But I think I got a call from my agent and Thomas at night, and the morning after, I just signed the contract and came. And I think some players were even surprised what I was doing there. And I think Christian asked if I forgot my shoes or something, just to pick it up. And I said, no, I just signed the contract. And he didn't believe me.
Well, what I will say is Saman 2.0 has been brilliant to watch, mate. Mads, Saman's had to, of course, fill in at fullback occasionally this year, a position that you know well. How impressed have you been by his performances there?
No, yeah, I've been like everyone else, very impressed. But we obviously know like someone's quality and his like football knowledge, all this. So I think people were impressed, but not really surprised that he can like fill out a fullback, because at this point he's probably played every single position in the team. So yeah, so impressed but not really surprised.
What's been your favourite out of all those positions? Which one? What's been your favourite position that you've played? Yeah, so I'm not going to put you on the spot, mate. Mads, looking at your season, this is your most Premier League appearances in a season. Only Vita has made more as an outfield player. How have you found it?
Not great. Obviously, going into the season, I didn't expect to play this much. But I mean, to get this many minutes and this many games, yeah, I've been like really happy about. Like looking back, I'm very proud and very proud of being a big part of this season. Obviously, there's been some difficult times, but to see the outcome in the end has made everything really worth it. So it's good.
We saw you score your second Premier League goal here in front of the West Stand, of course, against Chelsea. We've seen you get into those positions a few times. Is that something that you're looking to maybe add to your game and do a bit more of?
Thank you for calling me defensive. But
I'll leave it out.
No, but I mean, yeah, obviously I want to contribute with goals, assists, as much as I can. I think throughout the season we've become like a better playing team with the ball, and I think that has definitely also helped the fullbacks being able to get into those positions more often.
It has been a brilliant season for you. Also called up to the Denmark squad in March. What was that experience like at international level with the senior team?
Yeah, really good. It was a really good experience to get in around the team, but obviously I was expecting to make my debut, so a little bit disappointing, but yeah, it was a nice experience to try.
Only a matter of time, mate. Definitely only a matter of time. Saman, I'm going to let a little secret out here, because not many people will know this. We've got you to thank for the reason we play Enter Sandman before kickoff now. Where did that choice come from? Because I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting it from yourself.
I think I watched a YouTube clip and I just like how pumped everybody got.
Right.
So I was talking with Ivan, I think, and I said, we need to change to this song. I said, like, who do I need to speak to? He said, Matthew. So I'm not speaking to him. So I think Matthew was sitting with Thomas and eating some lunch, and I said, you need to change it right now. No, I just asked if he can change some songs, and he really liked it, and he wanted to change too. And I changed. I didn't change it, but I asked for it, and he changed it. And you too.
Yeah, well, yeah, I had to then call you up and let me change it. It's been a good choice, but I wasn't sure if it was because Sandman sounded like Saman, so it was like Enter Saman originally. Mads, were you guys happy with the choice? Because it sounds like you didn't have much input.
Yeah, well, in the start, I think everybody thought it was a bit weird. But I mean, it helped a lot that we won the first game, and then like we were actually like after it was like, yeah, okay, actually got us a bit like hyped up. So
yeah,
and I took credit for it.
You did, yeah. Obviously, finally, now the world knows that it was you that did it. Mads, I'd like to say, I think we've displayed this on social media well this year, that we're probably the best dressed team in the Premier League, in my opinion. I think you're right up there as well. And this year we've seen... don't laugh, lads. Don't laugh. I genuinely do think... And this year we've seen you introduce the mullet into the Premier League, and not many people have seen that. Do we think any of these boys could pull it off, though? Because I think you're the only one that could probably pull it off.
Yeah, I remember when I asked the barber about for the mullet for the first time. I remember walking into the dressing room and I got so much from everyone.
Apologies for the language, everyone that's watching at home in here. Well, mate, you're a trendsetter. These lot will all be getting it soon.
Yeah,
everyone's got it now. Even Johan in our team's got it. He's copied you. Sam, what are you thinking? A little mullet for you?
No.
No, okay. Right, okay. Saman, you're up for goal of the season. You've obviously already won Premier League goal of the month. Do you think you're winning it? Sorry? Do you think you're winning it?
I missed a couple of times. The first year in Premier League, I think I got robbed for Sturgey. So I said, I'm leaving with something today.
Okay. Well, let's find out, shall we? Because it's our next award. For the time being, Maz Roslev and Saman Godos.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, it is now time for our goal of the season, brought to you by G-Tech. Let's bring you a reminder of the shortlist.
His head up and switches play out to the far side to find Sharda, who's one-on-one with Ward. Still Sharda into the penalty area. 1-1 for him to score his first goal for Brentford. Kevin Sharda raises the roof. Inside the box, the header away to the edge of the area. Godos is going to take it on. How about that? A magnificent way for Brentford to wrap up victory here this afternoon. Welcome back. The moment for which he has waited so long. He's worked it intelligently wide for Roslav. Mopay trying to turn. Oh, he's on Chesney as well. What an extraordinary game. Wissa, Reguilon's cross. Wissa! Over the top from Godos. Ball down by Tony. Going to the byline, setting it up. The lead lost in barely a minute and a half. Christopher Ayer. And it is richly deserved.
Is Ayer's intervention, and it may lead to another promising situation. Visser! Oh, what about that?
Okay, some cracking goals. They were the nominees, but who is the winner? To present this award this evening, please welcome Nick Gray from GTech.
Well, everyone at GTech are so proud of this club. You know, the club, the players, the supporters. We're so proud of you all. It's fantastic to be involved. Now, the winner of goal of the season is Johan Wissa.
Well, whilst Johan is making his way up to the stage, let's look back at his winning goal, and it's the one against Chelsea. It's heavy. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Johan, we're just looking back at the goal then against Chelsea, because there was a few contenders for you in that shortlist. Do you know what I find mightily impressive? It takes an age for that ball to finally come down to you. If you can remember, are you thinking anything in that moment when you're waiting for the ball to come down? Do you want to, sorry, give the mic.
Chill, no, at this moment I didn't expect the ball to come, from me, but I will give a credit to Frank, because he
We're
missed
calling
that
it a
pass.
proper assist, are we?
But yeah, at the moment I just try to do something, and I think I've done well.
I mean, you mentioned trying to do something. That was your third overhead kick in the game.
It's a practice. It's a practice day. It was practice day when I was in the dressing room. Thomas said it's practice day, so I tried something.
Well, you clearly don't mind throwing yourself around the pitch.
Yeah.
No, you don't mind. But in terms of that one then, because that one obviously went in, when you hit it, did you think that's a perfect connection this time?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I think the way I kicked the ball, I knew it's gonna go something. I don't know if it was even over the bar, but but yeah, when I just watched behind and I saw the ball was in, and I was so happy.
And you have scored some very important goals for the club. Where would that one rank for you?
Second, I think second.
What's your favourite?
The first one was Liverpool. The first one of my career in Premier League. So this one is the second one, and it means still a lot. But yeah, the first one is always something different.
Yeah. Well, listen, congratulations. It's a big award. I hope you got somewhere to put it.
Yeah, some flower for my wife.
There you go. Ah, that's what we liked it. Congratulations, Johan, and
very
thank you,
much.
Nick, as well. Now, we all know, as soon as that whistle goes on a match day, the battle lines have been drawn. Tribal rivalries off the pitch are matched by the intensity on it. But away from the 90-minute game, we also know there's a lighter side to football.
Thank you for your support. I forgot.
No, you. Just let me hold that a wee bit. You know, I can't.
You know that one of your legs is bigger than the other one. Yes, he is.
He's wearing 9 on the right foot and 8.5 on the left. How does that make sense?
To the right.
Hello.
What has 5 toes and is in your foot? Go on. My foot.
How do you call someone who have no body and no nose?
Nobody knows.
What?
Right, now the beauty of football, as we saw there, is how it brings people together. Last summer, a little lad from Hull and a giant from County Kildare met at Jersey Road and became the best of friends. Please welcome Nathan Collins and Keane Lewis Potter. You're best of friends, aren't you? Nathan, not many people will know this, but you actually came close to joining the club years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I was about 13 or 14. I come over with my schoolboy team and we played Brentford in a friendly. And then after that friendly, I come on trial for a few days. But
I said no then as well, to be
Wow.
fair.
Wow. Question is, though, worth the wait?
Yeah, 100%.
Love that.
Probably could have saved some money on me, but...
Sorry, guys. Look, it's been lovely to watch this friendship blossom over the season, with, of course, big brother Ben Mee just over there as well. Keno, did you guys hit it off straight away?
Did we?
You were kind of awkward at first. You wouldn't talk.
Yeah, probably didn't talk to each other. Like you said, I think obviously Nath playing with Ben, that helped, and then Uncle Ben joined us together.
We're seeing these lovely moments, the two of you there as well. You've thrown yourself into the group, Nathan. How big has that been for you settling in to the club?
No, it's an easy group to settle into. I could sit down with any of them, have a full-on conversation for days. They made it as easy as anything for me to come here, and that'll take care of itself. Like,
we've just seen Keane in that Funnies video a lot. A bit of a character, isn't he?
I don't think he means it. He's just a bit of a dope, isn't he?
What's going on here? The two of you just having a little scrap. Look, we're not just going to say how crazy you guys are and how silly you are. Keane, we're going to go on to some football stuff. You're pretty open and, in my opinion, harshly, it's hard saying that when there's that going on behind me, harshly critical of your first season you were to me at the start of the season. Surely you must be a lot more positive looking back this year.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the first season, it was hard for me, getting stopped with injuries, and obviously I had a big knee injury. But no, I think I've always been like that. That's just the way I am. But like you say, I think this season's been a lot better, and I'm much happy with it.
Good to hear, mate. And look, you've popped up with a couple of goals this season as well. Luton away, in particular, felt like a big day for you. The fans singing your name at full time, getting on the score sheet as well.
Yeah, I think it was a massive day, not just for me, but for everyone. I think beating Luton 5-1. For us, it felt pretty much their last chance to be able to do something to stay in the league then, and for us to see the win.
Another one for next year's Funnies.
Get 3 points, obviously, it was massive.
I can ask you one more if you're all right with it. So what are your aims for next season?
Just play more football, get on the score sheet more times. Just the usual.
Have fun as well, yeah. Nathan, if you could compose yourself as well, mate. On the pitch, how have you found it? Because as a defender here, you get on the ball a lot. We saw that great assist as well for Brian's Bournemouth goal early in the season.
No, I've loved playing here. Thomas gives me so much freedom, allowing me to enjoy myself, especially on the pitch. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. Not everything goes your way in football, but I've really enjoyed it, and I like being here so much.
Well, look, it is exciting times ahead, and I've really enjoyed this. So please give it up for football friends, Keane Lewis-Potter and Nathan Collins. Cheers, mate. Of course you lose it.
Now, earlier on, we heard about the progress of the women's teams here at the club. And once again, as we heard, the first team played at the G-Tech in front of nearly 5,000 fans as they won that game 6-1. With an ever-increasing support, it's time to bring you the Women's Supporters Player of the Year, new to these awards. Joining us to present this, please welcome to the Women's General Manager, Amy Crook. Hello. Earlier on, we heard about how progressive this season has been for both teams. What's your take on both sides?
I mean, both teams have done incredible this season. So, thank you very much to the players, to the staff. Yes, we missed out on promotion for the first team, but they've done incredible. B team, excellent. And I think, we're just progressing constantly with everyone's character, to strength, to the team behind the players. Absolutely brilliant.
And earlier on, as we were chatting to Carly, we were talking about the development of the women's team here at Brentford. Your association goes back a little further, shall we say, since, in fact, your father came up with the Brentford women's team, back in 1993. So how do you see the development of Brentford women?
Gosh, 33 years on, it's how it's grown is just unbelievable. From, like Carly said, you know, 1 training session to like 3, to the workforce that we have now, to the players, and you know what we're getting through is just, yeah, it's amazing.
And in terms of the state of the women's game right now, how would you assess it?
It's just growing from strength to strength. It's going to get better and better. So yeah, just
healthy.
Really healthy. Yes.
The best way of looking at it. Well, Amy, will you do us the honours?
I will do.
To let us know who the women's team supporters player of the year is.
Women's team supporters player of the year goes to Chloe Logie.
Grab the thing. Chloe, congratulations. As I mentioned, this is new to these awards. So what does it mean to be voted by the fans as their player of the season?
Yeah, unreal, really. We've really felt the support, especially this season. I feel like the support's been, amazing. We've really, really felt it.
Now, I'm sure a lot of you know the incredible feat that you have already achieved this season. 51 goals and counting, which definitely deserves a round of applause. Was that a target that was even thinkable at the start of this season?
Well, at the start, I just wanted to beat last season, so I wanted to hit the 40 mark, but hitting the 50, I'm happy with that.
I mean, it's mightily impressive, and as you say, you've obviously gone on further than what you achieved last season. And they always say putting the ball in the back of the net is one of the hardest things to do, but maybe this is a chance for you to acknowledge the teammates that also have helped you on to do that. So how big a part have they all played in this?
Yeah, 100%. It's an 11-player team, so without them, I wouldn't have gone anywhere near, so...
Well, Chloe, you are a worthy winner. Congratulations. Thank you very much to Chloe Logie and also to Amy Crook as well.
Thank you.
We are down to the final 2 awards of the night, and focus now turns to the men's Players' Player of the Year. In a challenging season with injuries taking their toll, many have either had to step up or use their experience to be a leader on the pitch. So who stood out to their teammates to bring us the winner? Please welcome up to the stage club legend, ambassador, and Mr. Brentford himself, Peter Gillam. How are you? Now, Peter, of course, it would be remiss of me to not ask you for your thoughts on this season. It's been challenging. A lot of people have already alluded to that. You've been a fan for a long time. So what have you made of it?
I've been watching this team for, not this team, but Brentford for 70 seasons. And I have to say I've never seen injuries of the same sort of level we've had this season. But this was in the Premier. So when you consider the level we were playing, but knowing the players that I do, it's not only the quality of their football, the quality of people that they are. They are absolute quality people. We really couldn't do better. And they've had to come in, play whatever position they had to do. And it's about the players, and it's also about the man management. And Thomas, the coaches around him as well, to do what they did this season is absolutely incredible. And I'm still living the dream.
Well, this is what I was going to ask, because obviously, yes, it's been challenging, like we've already said, but we've got another Premier League season to look forward to. We're all still in dreamland, surely.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got a couple of highlights as well. Just very quickly.
Yeah, please
I've got
do.
3. I think the Manchester United game, when we absolutely outplayed them, which was absolutely amazing. I mean, we didn't beat them 4-0 this time, but what an evening that was. Absolutely incredible. Then, obviously, the 5-1 at Luton. It was a very special evening. It cemented everything. And then for me, last Saturday, for the away fans, to go to Bournemouth, they talk about players being on the beach, the supporters could be on the beach, to go on to Bournemouth, and for me, a very late entrance into the goal of the season. 4 touches, an incredible ball from Mark Flecken, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
just one touch from the magician Whizzer. And as he said, had Brian not put away, he would have killed him. It was an incredible goal. And I know you got the goal of the season, Whizzer, but I think the three of you deserve something for that. It was an amazing goal and a great penultimate end to the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Peter, will you do us the honours then and tell us who's won this latest award?
My absolute pleasure. The first team players player of the year, Vitaly Yanelt.
Congratulations. This must be pretty special to win an award voted by your teammates.
Only?
Oh, this time, yeah, only.
Yeah, thank you very much for the vote, for everyone who was involved. Yeah, appreciate that.
How have you found this season?
Yeah, I think as you mentioned before, been a difficult season for us. I think we set the expectation high last season when we finished on 9th, I think. So it wasn't that easy for everyone, I think, for the players, staff, fans, everyone who was involved. But now we're more happy to stay another year in the Premier League. Yeah,
and we've mentioned already that you made 100 Premier League appearances. How proud are you of that feat? Because that's pretty special.
Yeah, that one as well.
I mean, I don't have an award for that, but it's good.
No, it was good. I think I joined the club almost 4 years ago from the 2nd division in Germany. Staying here now with all the boys, all the fans, stuff. Make it here to the stage, being the player of the season, makes me very proud. Yeah, just can say thank you.
Now, presumably you couldn't vote for yourself. So do you mind telling us who you voted for?
I voted this year for Matthias Jensen.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. And what was the reason for that?
I think it wasn't always easy for him. He got a lot of demands, I think, from especially the supporters. But I think this season he stepped up a lot, especially in the beginning of the season. He did it very well. This was my choice.
Well, listen, this is your award tonight. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Player of the season, Vitaly Yanelt. And also thank you to Peter Gillam. And let's look at why Vitaly was voted the Players' Player of the Season.
I voted for Vita because I think, obviously, he's a great player, but he's also been the most consistent player this season.
He's played more or less every game. He's been always available, and he's always brought his performance, and we all know how good he is when he's at it.
And I think some would say he'd be the first on the team sheet.
He covers so much area. He wins the balls back for us so many times. He plays it forwards. He talks a lot. He's a leader on the pitch.
He's a natural leader of the team. Just the way he plays and the way he is, like, everyone loves him. And for me, like, over the 38 games this season, he's been our best player.
For me, it's like the last 20 minutes. It seems like he never gets tired. He just pushes through and gives even more energy to the team in the last 20 minutes.
See him every day in training, driving the standard. You know, it's good for us, it's good for the team, and it obviously motivates everyone else as well.
He's a motivator, and he's really good to play beside.
One word to describe Vitaly, I would say anchor. Wait, is that a good word?
One word. I used beast earlier, so I think for me he's a beast.
Ooh. In one word, I'd say funny guy. He's a really funny guy. He's too funny then.
One word for Vita would be energizer.
Congratulations, Vita, and some lovely words from his teammates. I'm not sure about that, Keen anchor. Right, before we get onto the big one, Supporters Player of the Year, joining me for a chat and to answer some of your questions, put your hands together for Thomas Frank and Christian Norgaards. Before we get into a chat, obviously this is the first time we've all been together, Thomas, before we heard the news about your father last Friday, and I think I speak for all the fans, staff and players in here to say that we're all with you and we appreciate that you've taken the time to be with us this evening as well. Focusing on the pitch, Thomas, this is the most injuries we've ever had in a season in our history, which makes this achievement even greater. What would you say you've learned about yourself as a head coach over this season?
That's a good question. Yeah, actually, basically finding out if someone could play all 11 positions. I think we haven't tried you in goal. How good are you in goal? No? Oh. Yeah. Now, of course, it's a challenge, but it's part of being a head coach. I have a good coaching staff with me, a fantastic group of players, and it's, how can you say, try to stay as calm as possible and just crack on. And I some say it's maybe our best season. Always want more, but I think every year we are in the Premier League is big success. This group of players are unbelievable, ambitious, and we want more, and I want more, and all that. But every year we're in Premier League, it's fantastic. If you look at all the big clubs that after boom go down, it's incredible. So fantastic to, especially the players, staff, fans, everyone involved.
I think you've touched on it there. Looking forward, the future is incredibly bright here. We've seen people breaking through this year as well. To mention people like Yarmo especially. We've got a very youthful squad, people like Igor, Thiago coming in. So surely for you, so many positives that we can take into next season.
Yeah, definitely. I think actually we started the season extremely well. First and foremost, we had to adapt without Ivan was our leading goal scorer. And the first, I think, 12, 13, 14 games before we really got hit by a lot of injuries. There was some fantastic positive football, I think some top performances. I think we didn't get exactly what we performed to. So I think the learnings from this year, the foundations, the performances, is making me very excited for next year.
Well, Christian, you'll be a big part of that because this was your first full season as club captain.
Yeah.
Have you found it?
Stressful.
Excellent.
Yeah, first of all, just want to say congratulations to Vita, which is not here, but just from my side of view, ever since he signed, I think he's been like the most consistent player. So it was about time, and I think it was well deserved that he got it. But yeah, it's been a big responsibility, of course, but I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the ups and the downs. I think it was Sanka who came in the other day in the gym and said, that went quick by. I was like, what? I felt like the month from December to March felt like a whole season. I felt it was very long season at some stages, but extremely proud of how the group came together when it mattered and got the job done.
I think that's it, you touched on it. Everyone got together and we got the job done. What excites you then about next season?
Yeah, hopefully to keep less players on the injury list and have a full squad available for more games. It's always interesting after the summer how the team stands, players leaving, players coming in. But yeah, we want to take on this league and we know we can finish much higher than we've done this season. But I think, yeah, Matthew said it completely right after our game against Luton, that this is maybe the most rewarding season actually, because we were struggling, but still managed to, like you said, play another season, which I think we go in with high expectations and also higher demands. We want to finish higher next season.
Looking back across the season, Thomas, is there anything that stood out for you in particular that maybe it's something we've already mentioned here?
Yeah, probably going a little bit down the same route as Christian just said there. I think the ability for the players to pull together. Everyone was ready to give to the group and to the team. I think it stood out. It didn't surprise me. I think it's a fantastic group of players. As we speak about all the time. I think the togetherness, that unique group of players together, the way they are treating each other, that's unique. A lot of players are saying it. Of course, I'm slightly biased. I see them every day. But these players have been to a lot of other clubs, and they say this is probably the best place they've been. So I think that's a big part of it. Of course, as you say, it's always nice to beat Chelsea and Stamford Bridge and Fulham, of course. But, yeah.
Well, fans reacted well to that question. They've got some questions for you both as well. I'm going to start with yourself, Christian. I'm going to straighten. I said we were the best dressed club in the league. There's a lot of love for this jumper. And
it's also very expensive.
It's very expensive. Secret Junkyard wants to know, where's it from and how much?
I'm not going to keep that a secret, but
yeah.
Thank you for the love.
Otherwise, we could see the whole West Stand wearing it on Sunday. Thomas, Isaac Cook wants to know, what's your favourite thing about being Brentford manager?
Easy. 2 things, the players and the fans.
And a similar question to you, Christian. What's your best part of being Brentford skipper?
I think it's the responsibility. Like, I've received so much support from not only the players, but the whole club. And it's just, it gives me so much joy, and I'm extremely proud of it.
Fantastic. One more, Thomas, for yourself. Anders Boys wants to know, what is the target for next year?
I'll be a little bit boring. End as high as possible and start winning the first match. I think it was, this good reality check to all of us, including myself. Went into the players before the season, think, hey guys, we crack on. This is gonna be great. Let's maybe try for something crazy, maybe Europe, all that. But this league, you never know what's going to hit you. And what I think's been one of our strengths is, focus on the next training, next game, and that actually brought us to 2-playoff final, a promotion, finishing 13, 9, and hopefully 15. Is that what we can finish? 15, beating Newcastle in the last game. And who knows what can happen next season? Big dreams, but we need to start working hard and then win the first game.
Exactly that, mate. Look, before I let you go, we've obviously, as you said, got fans with us today, and there's a lot of people watching at home. Have you got a message to those guys that have followed us all over the country before we go?
Yeah, thank you. Big thank you for the support throughout the year. Hope you do everything we can to support us next year, and let's dream big.
Thank you very much. Well, look, thank you both. And thank you to everyone who sent in a question. One more time, Thomas Frank and Christian Norgard, everyone. Cheers.
Let's take you to the final award of this evening, which is the one chosen by you. Thousands of you have got involved in this vote, and no doubt you've debated who should be the winner with your friends and fellow Bees fans. In a moment, we will find out who our supporters' player of the year is. But first, let's hear from our chairman, Cliff Crown.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you once again for attending our annual Player of the Year Awards event, which has been held in our new stadium for the first time. To close, it remains a privilege for me to address all of you here and online as chair of the club, and to share my thoughts and highlights of the 23-24 season, which comes to an end this week. First and foremost, I want to congratulate everyone at the club who's played their part in ensuring that we can look forward to a 4th consecutive season in the Premier League this coming August. Not only that, but this has been achieved without once in the 3 years ever falling into one of the relegation places. That's quite a remarkable achievement. Our season began with a very creditable draw against Spurs, one of only 2 teams to take a point off them in their first 10 games. And this was followed up by a brilliant 3-0 win away at Fulham. However, injuries began to take their toll, and after a 3-match winning run, which included our now customary away win at Stamford Bridge, we only managed to win 3 of the next 21 games. Mathematical certainty of our retention in the Premier League was achieved without kicking a ball before our game at Everton, which meant we could start planning for next season. But, of course, in true Brentford style, we'd already started that process by signing Igor Thiago in February, who joins us on the 1st of July. It's also heartwarming to hear that Aaron and Rico are both making good progress with their recoveries. And that Ben and Josh are not far behind. It was great to get Ethan and Brian back recently, and if all goes well, we should have an almost fully fit squad to start the new season. So a challenging year on the pitch, but one in which we can celebrate our continued membership of the best league in world football. The B team continues to thrive under Neil McFarlane's leadership and now have a superb home of their own at Wheatsheaf Park in which to play their games. Our under-18s, under the guidance of Lydia Bedford, have made good progress in their second season and have also played at Wheatsheaf Park. Our two women's teams have had a stellar year under the stewardship of Carly Osborne and Tommy Ryan Maynard. The B team won their league, and the first team just missed out on promotion, but won the Capital Cup 2 weeks ago and are playing in the league trophy final on Sunday. We wish them well. Well done to all the players, coaches and support staff involved. We are very proud of the progress you have made over the last 3 years. Off the pitch, the club continues to expand and develop its activities across all areas of the business. In the space of 3 years, the number of staff have grown from 50 to 150 off-field. We have continued to focus on improving the fan experience here at the GTEC and online for our local community and our growing following overseas. The ground is virtually full for every game, and we now have 4 million fans following us online. It's staggering. Our pre-season trip to the US as part of the Premier League Summer Series was a highlight for many of us and has definitely contributed to this growth in our fan base. It was so good to see UK-based and US-based fans, together with others from across the globe, get together in the pubs before and during the games. The Trust continues to go from strength to strength, and the impact report issued just a few months ago confirmed that the value of services delivered by the Trust to the local community over the last 3 years amounted to £143 million in value. Following an intense period of work, we have obtained planning permission for new pitches and a new academy facility at Jersey Road, which will hopefully enable us to operate a Category 2 academy there from the start of next season. We are continuing to attract staff from some of the biggest clubs in the country, including new senior hires coming in from Manchester City, Chelsea and Spurs. Yeah, they're still a big club, I think. There has also been plenty going on outside the club, with a new independent regulator for football being announced recently. The Premier League are finalising new cost controls, which focus on a fixed squad cost ratio, which we anticipate will include anchoring and agreed sanctions. I'm delighted to say that we've played an active role in all of those conversations. In conclusion, I want to thank everyone for playing their part in making Brentford a great place to come to and be a part of. We have a good reputation in the world of football for the way in which the club is run, and that is down to all of us working together to deliver a great experience for all who come into contact with us. The teams have been led brilliantly by John and Phil, who continue to push us to be the best we can be. My thanks, as always, go to my fellow board members, to Thomas Frank and all of his coaching staff, the players, our sponsors, our fans, and of course, Matthew. Our togetherness is a huge part of our success, as is our desire to continue to make progress while remaining respectful of others. This special mix, delivered with humility, recognizing where we have come from, is a potent force which we can all be rightly proud of. All that is left for me is to say congratulations to all of the winners this evening, and a very special thank you to everyone who's been involved in putting this special evening together, from our colleagues, our catering staff, the events and security teams, and of course, all of the fans who have attended or tuned in tonight. Hope you have enjoyed the evening, and for those in the room, please get home safely. Thank you.
Let me announce it. Cliff Crown, everyone, and whilst Cliff is up here, he is going to reveal our final award of the night, which is the big one, the Supporters Player of the Year. Cliff.
The Supporters Player of the Year, I am delighted to say, is Ethan Pinnock.
Hello. Ethan, would you mind holding the mic? Congratulations. Were you expecting this?
Not really, no.
No? I was going to say, by the look of you over there, you looked a bit surprised.
Yeah, I was.
So what does it mean, though, to be picked out by the supporters as their player of the season?
Yeah, it means a lot. You know, it's a pleasure playing out there in front of you guys week in, week out. And yeah, thank you for your support.
Before we carry on this conversation, let's just have a look back at some of your moments from this season.
Verma hooking it in here, Alex Bonnell. There is the sucker punch supplied by Ethan Pinnock.
It's a good recovery by Pinnock.
Pinnock gets himself in the way.
The corner, the header is in. Ethan Pinnock.
Headers, blocks, scoring goals, you can do it all, Ethan. What surprises me, and obviously Stu touched on it earlier on where he said how underrated you are. I'm surprised you've not won an award before because everyone loves you. There we go. See you later. But to be picked out, I mean, it's been a difficult season. We've all said that already. And you also have had your injuries as well. So to be selected as the player of the season by the supporters, that's not bad when you've had time out as well.
Yeah, of course. That's been mentioned. You know, we've had a lot of injuries this season, and you know, credit to all the boys that have stepped in. You know, they've kept us going, and you know, when you're injured, it's hard to, you know, have your involvements, but you know, you try and stay positive. You try and give the others energy, and you know, I think it's been a real team effort.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of you, when you have been in the physio room, you've all had to come together to spur on the team, that the players that are out there trying to do the business.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like we said, Salmon's played different positions. The boys have played different positions, and you know, being shuffled around. Yeah, it's been tough, but you know, credit again to all the boys. Yeah,
and just lastly then, how would you assess your season? Why do you think they've picked you?
Scored a couple headers this season. I know Thomas has been on to me.
Has he?
Yeah, I scored a few with my feet last season, so he prefers me to score with my head. But yeah, you know, I just try and give 100% effort every game. Try and stay focused, and you know, I'm not the most loudest, but I try to lead in how I perform and stuff, and you know, hopefully the boys appreciate that as well.
So next season, more headed goals. That's the message, Thomas, yeah? Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, we're happy with that. Ethan, congratulations. You are the Supporters Player of the Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you also to Cliff. Hello. Hello. Yeah, you did.
Couldn't wait
You know
for
what
that.
I meant to say to you earlier?
No, I know what
I'm
you
sure the fans will know this. A little bit reminiscent of the Jaffa Cake kit.
Right, thanks, man.
That's what I was thinking when I saw
Bill
that.
gave you that one earlier, so you can't have that.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway.
Right, so that is another season ticked off, and I'm sure Potter will join me in this chant. Premier League again, allay, allay, next season.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? I was really
Where is
banking
he?
on Potter over there as well. There he is.
Bit late. Yeah, all right. Congratulations once again to all our award winners this evening.
Thank you to everyone here tonight, apart from Potter, and to those of you tuning in.
You don't mean that. Everyone plays their part, and without you, it would not be as special.
In little over a month, the fixtures are out for our 4th Premier League season. June 18th, the date for that one.
And another date to note is August the 17th. That is the first weekend of the new season.
But before that, Ivan, hopefully we'll see you in Germany. And we've still got one game to go before the season ends. And hopefully we'll see some of you at the G-Tech on Sunday.
There's a